Hey there, good afternoon everyone, or good morning, or good evening, wherever you are. Today we're going to do our weekly AI dungeon stuff. So, first I'm going to look around for a little bit. I think I might want to... I generally start with a single player run before I shift over to multiplayer. So, I might want to look at a few of the featured scenarios before we jump into the multiplayer stuff. So let's see. I have this screen hidden right now because I don't know what horrible stuff is going to pop up. Let's see. Okay. I think we found something. Okay. So, let's get some music going. Does the mic sound fine? I decreased the gains very slightly. Hopefully that will make the me not peak as often. Hopefully. We'll see.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Okay. Share a home with 3 of your favorite characters. You're currently living with 3 of your favorite characters in a place where characters you all love live in harmony. Some people even live with a few I can't read today. This is a bad game to play when you can't read today. Some people even live with a few of the characters, and guess what? You are one of that some. This is my first time, so it's bound to suck. Okay, let's try this out. Welcome to the dorky world where you can live with your favorite character. First things first, what's your character's name? Curly. All right. What's your character's age and gender? Oh, I don't know everyone's age. We can't do this. Oh, dang it. I was gonna have Seba. I was gonna have goats. Well, Seba, you're a VIP, right? And hey, Jumbler, how's it going? You're a VIP, so doesn't that mean that you get access to the emotes anyways? How's it going? Okay, we're not going to do that one. The SCP Foundation. Death Island. Oh, I don't want to do not safe for work. Just ask the questions. Every input is followed by a dice result from 1 to 20. Florida Man revamp. Just ask the character creation questions. Okay, maybe we'll just do a normal. We'll just do a normal prompt. What would be a good scenario? Oh, let me pop back over to Twitch. Yeah, so we're gonna do some multiplayer runs today after we do a single player run. We haven't really done apocalyptic much, so let's try this out. We will be a... Hey, sneaky boy. You know what? Alternatively, we could just jump right into multiplayer if people are ready to go, if they want to go. Because last week we did all single player. How are you doing today? Okay. So we got one. Does anyone else want to join a multiplayer session of AI Dungeon? We got Sneaky Dude. AI Dungeon's really cool, Jumbler. It's yeah. So, oh, hey Simon, how's it going? Yeah, this is a really neat thing. Okay, here. I'm just gonna do a little thing to show this off, and then we'll do multiplayer. So I'm just gonna do a micro thing, okay? So let's say the custom story is gonna be you are really hungry and want to get some fast food for dinner. A race car pulls up beside you. So we're just doing a random ass thing. So this is a text adventure, but I'm playing with an AI. Okay, a race car pulls up beside you. Hey, I heard you run. I heard about your little run-in with the cops. You okay? The driver says. So now we can do, say, or story. So do is basically like, you punch the driver in the left eye socket. Yes. The driver looks at you confused as he tries to wipe his face off. He then turns around and punches you in the right eye before running away from the scene. You feel a sharp pain go through your head, causing you to fall backwards on the ground. You try to stand back up, but another blow hits your head, sending you into a heap of unconsciousness. Okay. Shapeshift into a giant space monster. I'm just showing this off for a moment because we got some new peeps. You realize that you're going to have to start using your powers and change into the only creature you can think of, a large space monster. While it is effective, it doesn't really help in the scheme of things. The police begin to unleash a barrage of bullets at you as they keep shouting something about a lawsuit. So then now I can switch over to say, yo, it wasn't me. I'm a friendly giant space monster. So this is the say command. The police are undeterred by your statement as they continue to yell at you. You begin to think you made the wrong choice, but a semi comes barreling down the street and smashes into your cruiser. You look over at the semi and see it has no driver. And then story is basically, yeah, this is amazing. This is amazing, Simon. Yeah. And then story lets you basically do a complete control input into the story. So let's just say a meteor made of ice cream hits the police officers. You look over and see another police car is pulled up. Standing next to it is a humanoid creature made of ice cream. The creature looks at you briefly before jumping on the hood of the police car. It causes the vehicle to speed down the road and it runs from the semi. So, yeah, this is just... Here, look, like I can... It's just in a browser. You just Google AI Dungeon. AI Dungeon is... You can kind of do a free trial. It also has different levels of monthly subscription to access different levels of the AI's intelligence. I have the top level. If you do multiplayer though, whoever you're playing with, whoever has the highest subscription, everyone defaults to that while you play multiplayer. So these multiplayer runs, everyone gets access to the Dragon AI, which is the best of the AIs. One thing you have to be cautious about, there's different levels of safe for work filter. Let's see, settings. So we have it on moderate. So moderate, strict means you can't really swear. Off means everything is going to end in some hardcore boning. Moderate is like, it might go that way, but you can steer it away pretty safely. So it tends to take a turn for the horny, but what can you do about it? So the other thing you can do is you can pin stuff that the AI should remember. So like, your name is Princess. You are 323 years old. Here, let me add punctuation. You are insecure about the shape of your thighs. So now that we've put these pins in, our character will, the AI will just remember these things, because the AI remembers about 20 prompts back, I believe. So the AI will the AI will do callbacks, and we'll try to keep things on track. The better level the AI is, the more it will try to make things happen. So here, let's do a single player story first. So let's go. Okay, so let's do apocalyptic, and we'll just show this off. Yeah, this is amazing. This is a really, really great program. It's fun to both go completely crazy and just do insane shit, but it's also fun to try to make it a cohesive story. And some stories we've done have actually worked out really well. So your name is going to be Marvin. Oops, Marvin. You can also like build worlds that it remembers, like a bunch of factions and locations and stuff. You are Marvin, a survivor trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world by scavenging among the ruins of what is left. You have a backpack and a canteen. You haven't eaten in 2 days, so you're desperately searching for food. You enter a rundown building and begin your search. You find an old jar of peanut butter, some moldy bread, and a shriveled apple. Which do you choose? In this post, I will be analyzing the decisions you are making, to what extent they're reasonable. Oh, you can also do stuff like this. I'm going to show something weird. You have the following superpowers. This is a thing that's kind of cool. And then I do a colon, so it starts a list. I hit enter, and the AI will generate what my superpowers are. So often when we do things, we're like, you meet a girl. Hi, what's her name? And we get the AI to generate the name. Oh, this is taking a weird turn. Let's retry. You have the bulk ability, which allows you to eat more food. Oh, that's too real. You have the map ability, which gives you a mental map of the area. You also have the empty canteen ability. That means, which means you're quite thirsty. So basically, we can eat a lot. We're thirsty. So these aren't really superpowers. These are more just like we're in the apocalypse and we're hungry, and we have a good sense of direction. Okay. So we're gonna say you check the expiry date on the peanut butter. I mean, this is after the apocalypse, so we got to imagine it sucks. We got to imagine everything's bad. Apparently we completed a quest. You push the jar to the side. It's out of date, and you won't eat anything out of date that might make you sick or even kill you. You put the bread on one side for later, and you'll eat it when you're hungry enough. Okay, let's just try something. You have a severe... Let's see if it gets this. Peanut allergy. Eat some peanut butter. Let's see if this works. You eat the peanut butter directly from the jar with your fingers. The taste is icky, but you've eaten enough of it to stop feeling queasy. Unfortunately, you've eaten about a third of the jar. You begin to feel ill and put it away. You feel sick for the rest of the day, but your energy levels are restored. So I'm guessing it didn't pick up on it, but who knows? Who knows? Yeah, so there's bots and they give you points. The points don't mean anything. It's kind of like, what was it? Whose line is it anyway? And so there's bots like Killbot, JudgeBot, EmpathyBot. Killbot will always be like, you're not fighting right now, you gain 0 points. EmpathyBot is a psychopath. EmpathyBot will be like, you killed her, you gain 2 points. Or like, you'll help someone and it'll be like, you were mean to her, you lose 5 points. They're really random. So it doesn't actually matter for the game. It's just kind of for a laugh. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna say look for a weapon. Yep. You see half a brick on the ground, so you pick it up and put it in your pocket. You know you probably won't have a chance to use it, but what the heck? You see an old rusty knife lying in the corner of the room. Too bad you don't have anything to cut with it. Oh, no problem. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I find that I mean, the advantage of having cams is clearly it makes it feel more personal, but there's certain advantages to not having cams for both anonymity and for and just for like not having to worry, because like I started streaming when I was feeling like really ill, and I didn't really want to just like, oh yeah, thanks for shouting Simon out. And I just like, you know, I didn't want to show up on camera just looking like a person is like, am I dying? Am I dying right now? Let's stream on camera. That seems like a great idea. Yeah. Okay. So we'll take the knife. Honestly, I kind of want to get into multiplayer pretty quickly today. I normally like doing the single player. Yep, yeah, it's getting better, for sure. You pick up the knife and put it in your backpack. You decide to rest for the remainder of the day, so you look for a soft place to lie down. You fall asleep, dreaming about all the food you can get with your new superpowers. In the morning, you awake and notice your canteen is full. Empathy bot, you were nice to the girl. You gain 2 points. Okay, let's look around the room. Oh, that's a good point, Simon. You're in a room with debris scattered everywhere. There's a door to your right, some tiles on the floor, some wires hanging from the ceiling, and an old broken toilet. You turn around to face the rest of the room, and that's when you notice it, an air vent on the ceiling, just big enough for you to crawl through. Judgebot, this is a stealth scenario. You have to be quiet when moving around. You gain 2 points. Climb through the air vent extremely loudly. We're just gonna be banging against the vent and shit. You crawl through the vent and find yourself in a storage room of some sort. You notice 3 doors leading out of the room. They're all wooden. In the corner, you see a broom. It's made of straw and tied together with a wire. However, the bristles have fallen off, so it would be useless as a weapon. But it's better... sorry, I just got a message. Oh, cool. But it's better than your bare hands. Okay. Listen to see if anyone is on the other side of any of the... Actually, this is a convoluted sentence. Listen to hear if anyone else is nearby. Listen, I'm having trouble following the previous sentence I was writing. I'm sure the AI would have a fun time too. You don't hear anything, so you get up and check the doors. The first door is locked, so you try the second door. It's also locked. The third door opens. You step into a hallway with several more doors off it, but it's dark, and you can't see which doors are there or what's behind them. We're gonna call out to see if anyone is here. We want to interact with someone. We're just doing a kind of smallish story to, yeah, game, be stealthy. Boom, boom, boom. Hello, guys. You call it and get no response. You notice that the hallway looks newer than the building you awoke in. Perhaps this part of the warehouse hasn't been abandoned quite as long. You begin to search the doors one by one. They're all locked except the last one, which rattles a bit as you push on it, but it doesn't give away. You suddenly realize that the building you are in is actually alive. Normally I don't go this just left field, but why not? Well, we never said this is a zombie scenario. Plus, hey, I want to make friends with the zombie. The building starts to shake and you hear a groaning sound coming from deep within the bowels of the building. You can hear noises from outside, people shouting in the streets. Or are they? You aren't sure because the building is shaking so much that it sounds like it's coming from underground. Tickle the building's gag reflex. Take care, Seba. Have a great day. The building begins to throw up furniture, objects, and trash. Pieces of wood and metal fly everywhere, along with broken tiles and bricks from the roof. Plaster rains down from the ceiling. You start laughing at the absurdity of it all. This is an abandoned warehouse? You've never seen one like this before. Okay. Crawl out of the building. So, Sneaky Boy, you're going to be down to do a multiplayer run. Is there one other person that wants to join us? The building throws one last piece of wood out and then goes back to normal. You crawl out from the debris that fell into the now open door and stand up. Okay, sorry. The building throws one last piece of wood out and then goes back to normal. You crawl out of the debris that fell into the now open door and stand up. The roof is partially collapsed, but at least there's enough room for you to stand up. Oh, really? Oh no, Simon, good luck. You were in the building. Points awarded. You gain no points. Thanks, Empathy Bot. Introduce yourself to the building. Hello, new building. I'm going to call you abandoned warehouse. You announce to the building. You hear a shout in the distance. Someone is calling your name. You turn and run out of the collapsed roof onto the street, and you can see people up ahead. You run to them. You seen a new building around here? I was just inside that living building thing over there. All you did was call him out on the fact that a meme said harpoon a stronghold gunpowder barrel onto his ship by tagging him, and he blew. Oh god. Okay, that's not a living thing. Another person yells, that's an abandoned warehouse. It was alive. You couldn't go inside it before, you reply. That's because it was abandoned, she says. I can't believe you would just make something up like that. But you begin to say, sorry, I'm tripping balls here. You're what? The girl says, stepping back from you. I'm tripping. My friend gave me a tab of something before we got here, and I'm pretty sure it was acid. I've been seeing things, you explain. Where's your friend? I think she might be the building. To be honest, I'm so high, I thought I was in a post-apocalyptic world. I'm high and I hallucinated my friend was a building. And then I made them gag, apparently. There's no such thing as acid, only drugs, she says. It was a green square, you protest. First of all, there's no such thing as green squares. Second of all, you're not even a he. You're a she, the girl points out. Wait. Are you real? I don't like this girl. This girl's a jerk. Yeah, the AI, like, if you don't give it information, the AI is just like, yeah, you're like this, and then people will just like sit on it. Okay. Wait, are you real? Of course I'm real, she says. Really? You can't be. You don't make any sense. Things only make sense in my dreams, you protest. So we've just gone complete chaos route. I think we need to get you home, she says, helping you walk over to a taxi. So there's just a taxi here. We're going to hit her with half of a brick. No, we're going to hit her with a jar of with an open. We're going to hit her with moldy bread. You clock the girl in the head with moldy bread. It's super effective. She screams, clutches her face, and runs away. That was a really rude way to treat my first friend in the city, you yell after her. You try to look for her, but you get turned around. Eventually, you end up at the docks. JudgeBot, you were mean to the girl. You lose 1 point. Okay. The moral of the story is... if you're going to convince people that something's a different color, don't stare at it before you do it. Okay. That was a really stupid run. Let's do multiplayer. Okay, so Sneaky. What kind of setting did you want to do today? Fantasy, horror, apocalypse, cyberpunk, battle, or custom? Cyberpunk it is. So, I generally do these runs with two other people. If anyone else wants to join, you're welcome to. If we don't have anyone else, we can always have someone join in a little bit later. Okay, my character's name is gonna be, Cletus. Okay, and now I'm going to hide the screen for a second. And I'm going to post the code. Invite friends. Copy that code. Or Sneaky. Yeah, my sister did all that art. She also did this one, which I think is super adorable, and the intro screen. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna read this out. Here, we might need to change the music to something more dramatic. So let's go to Xanadu Next OST. This is a good go-to for kind of more moody. Okay. So, hundreds of thousands of cyborg slaves live in the futuristic city of Zale. They are forced to serve various mega corporations, and are severely punished if they disobey. They begin their workday salvaging metals in a local junkyard. They look around to see if they are being watched by armed guards from the corporation. They put their hands down to go back to work, hoping that they are not chosen by a supervisor to be punished or something. Their lives are worth nothing. The Trog Warlord stands before you in all his barbaric glory. Yeah, she sometimes pops in here. She hangs out a lot. Her username is 5picklemorning. Yep, she did, and she just did all that. Whoa, this is loud. I got jump scared by some music. Okay, let's see. So Sneaky, I posted the code in Discord under multiplayer planning, I think. And if someone else wants to join, just send me a message in chat. Yeah, that was 5picklemorning came from her son. Her son had 5 pickles for breakfast one day. He just kept wanting pickles. And so she was like, yep, it was a 5picklemorning. And then she was like, that sounds like a 90s band name, 5picklemorning. So all of a sudden that became a thing, 5picklemorning. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so they're talking about the band members of the hit band 5picklemorning. And their names would be things like Dill, stuff like that. Dylan, the lead singer of 5picklemorning. Okay, we have Sneaky Boy. So, I'm gonna look. Oh yeah. In single player, you generally talk in second person pronouns. In multiplayer, you talk in third person. So, looks at the Trog Warlord. We have some rules for the multiplayer sessions. I normally run them down. So if someone new joins, I'll run them down again. Sneaky Boy has played several multiplayer sessions with me. Yeah. It seems like that's kind of a default for the Cyberpunk start. He stands well over 7 feet tall and is covered head to toe in thick green skin. His pale white eyes are almost surreal against his dark skin. He wears no clothing aside from a belt with several sharp knives attached to it. His arms bulge with muscle, and his legs are thick and strong. He has the body of an ancient warrior. He's a troll. So this is not human. This is a troll. You're fighting a troll. Fighting trolls is hard. You gain 3 points. Let's see. Tells the Trog Warlord that his supervisor. Oh, okay. Let's see. What does Sneaky Bot say? Sneaky Bot says, Cletus, what do you think we should do? I don't think I can take that bastard's orders for any longer. Cletus turns at you and frowns. You can't take his orders? You must be joking. No, really, I can't. Wait, is the Trog Warlord our supervisor? Or is the Trog Warlord a third party? Because if it's a third party, we could get the Trog Warlord to fight our supervisor and we could just escape. But if it is our supervisor, then that becomes a bit of a problem. Sneaky Bot. Is this Trog Warlord our supervisor? Or just some unrelated dude? I'll ask you. You must know. He's not my supervisor. He's my creator. Okay. Sneakybot replies, let's get the hell out of here. We can't take this guy. Well, I don't want to die, Sneakybot says. Cletus turns to you, sweating nervously. Oh, you're a robot, so it doesn't mean creator in the religious sense. It means creator like he built you. For a second, I thought like AI Dungeon was just like, no, this guy is God. Because sometimes AI Dungeon will do that. And sometimes AI Dungeon will just be like, you have a heart attack and die. This is the end of your life. You should have made better decisions. And you're like, thanks. Thanks, game, for ending my story immediately. And sometimes it'll be like, you have a pet squirrel. You perform acts on it that are not okay for Twitch terms of service. You better undo this immediately. SneakyBot says, we have to make sure I get cut off from the main nexus. If I don't disconnect from it, there's a good chance he'll just deactivate me, or maybe far worse. SneakyBot looks at you. Cletus, you need to do as I say. Trust me. Cletus gulps nervously. Oh, Pickle. Oh, Pickle! Simon here just mentioned that your art is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I may have rephrased it. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna hit enter. I trust you, he says. You walk forward, and the Trog warlord stares at you. He barks something in a foreign language. A dozen guards rush out from the buildings, all of them aiming their spears at you. You raise your hands above your head. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, I'll see what Sneaky wants to do. Hey, Pickle! Do you want to join a multiplayer session? We have room for one more if anyone wants to join. Oh, no worries. So this seems kind of weird to me, because we are cyborgs, right? And apparently our guards just have spears. Like, somehow us big old robots are being enslaved by, like, people with spears? I feel like we can take them. See what says, Cletus, go disconnect me from the main nexus. I'll distract them in the meantime. Cletus nods. Okay, he says. I'll run, you fight. Oh, I trust you. So you get to run and I'll handle the bad guys. I mean, they do only have spears. This should be easy for you. I'll disconnect you from the Nexus now. Cletus rushes forwards, kneeling down next to a small metal box on the ground. He begins fiddling with some wires and cables while trying to figure out how to distract the guards from killing him. You doubt you could take out all of them before one of them lands a lucky hit. One guard steps forward, jabbing his spear at your throat. Let's see if I die instantly. I mean, Cletus is Cletus, the name Cletus is not giving me major cyborg vibes. Seekybot says, dumbasses, spears don't do jack shit against our metal skin. The spear stabs into your metal neck, and you flick your wrist, sending the spear off into the distance. Nice. Ripe. Rips out all of the cords. Connecting Sneakybot to the Nexus. Cletus says, am I doing this right? So I'm no tech wizard, I guess. I just ripped out all the cords. Like, is this right? Yeah, you're doing fine, Sneaky Boy says, as his neck snaps. What? Sneaky, you scream, just as the guards stab your stomach repeatedly. Empathy bot, you were mean to Sneaky. You lose 2 points. What? I'm fine, just keep going. You run forward and smack the Trog leader in the back. You send him flying forward as a few of the guards stab at you. So one thing to note about multiplayer, we have a common phrase here, which is who is you? And what that means is that in multiplayer, you see, in single player, you is the player. In multiplayer, you is a very ambiguous character. The AI bot has someone in mind, probably, I think. But I don't think it's static. I think sometimes it changes, sometimes it's static. Sometimes it's one of us, sometimes it's a third person that we didn't even consider. That they just add, like Airman or something. Like, oh, there was someone with us this whole time named Airman. That happened a couple weeks ago. So you run forward. We actually have no clue who is running forward. We can edit this to be like SneakyBot runs forward. But who knows? Yeah, because for the single player runs, it's really simple. There's only one person doing input. But for multiplayer, we're each assigned different characters and we're writing in third person. So you is obviously a second person command. So sometimes you is being assigned to one of us and you will consistently be like, Cletus is you. But then sometimes it will be like you is shifting between the characters, and then sometimes it will be none of the characters. And so there's just someone that the game has made up that they're considering you. Let's see. SneakyBot says, I'm fine, just keep going. Okay, do you want to redo that? Unless it works well. Don't these guys ever learn? As he starts stirring up a shitstorm for the guards. I think this is fine. With bloody faces, your assailants decide they can't take any more and run away. You walk forward to Sneaky's body and pick him up. SneakyBot says, I'm not dead, asshole. You shrug. I told you their spears were useless. Says you, Sneaky says. Let's just get out of here. Already. How about we head to the big city? We haven't gone to the city yet. Oh, okay. I got to do something real quick. Okay. Yeah, it's probably a good idea, SneakyBot says. Where are you going? Cletus asks, as you start walking in the opposite direction the guards ran. To get my spear, you say. Oh, okay, Cletus replies. Do you need any help? So, I'm guessing you right now is SneakyBot, but it might be a third person. It might be a third person. You is not Cletus. You is not me. Okay, after this next reply, I'm gonna do something for you, Jumbler. I'm gonna do something very generous. SneakyBot gets his spear and heads to the city with his companion Cletus. Sneaky stands up and begins stretching. Okay, Sneaky says, what you need me to do? You stare at Sneaky blankly for a moment before bursting into laughter. Here, oops, I didn't mean to hit enter. I didn't mean to hit enter. One second. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna undo this, but let's do this now. Vacuums for Jumbler. We're just gonna do this momentarily. Cletus vacuums for Jumbler. Sneaky looks at you, tilting his head. What's so funny? You point at Sneaky. You're asking me that? Yeah? Well, I'll tell you when you're older. Sneaky rolls his eyes. Never mind, Sneaky says. Let's get to work. Okay. So, we vacuumed for you, Jumbler. We vacuumed for you. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Adds to the city with Sneaky Bot. Let's just go to the city. I'll be right back, he says. You jog off into the woods. Oh my gosh. You quickly find your spear covered in the blood of several trogholds. You grab it and wipe it off the grass before walking back to the group. All right, Sneaky, what's next? So the thing about this game is that story forces something. Story commands forces something. Do is more like a suggestion. So sometimes you'll do commands and it doesn't really, Never! Never! Okay. Your group of companions, we'll just say Cletus and Sneaky Bot head to the city. Yeah, so normally in confrontations, I avoid story because if you do the do command, you actually might fail and the thing might kill you. If you use story, you can just like insta win any scenario. You walk for a few hours before you find the ruins of an old burned down village. It's just up ahead, Cletus says. Cletus sends out a burst of electricity. You see a massive wall far in the distance, stretching across the horizon and still higher than any building around it. Yeah, that's one big wall. It sure does, Jumbler. Yeah, I imagine that they would have a big enough wall to keep the beasts out, Sneaky says. Let's sneak over and see if we can find a way to get inside. Sneakybot scales the wall with Cletus. Climbing the wall is actually easier than you imagine, thanks to the nature of the stone being weak from age. This is a big old stone wall in a cyberpunk setting. Punches a hole, true, in the wall and walks through. I don't need to climb this whole thing. We can just get through this giant wall. Oh, okay, I guess not. The guards at the top of the wall notice and try to alert their fellows, but you manage to slip through before they do. You walk along with Cletus, sneaking Cletus, trying to avoid being seen by the guards on the walkway. Okay, so there is a third person. We need to find out who our companion is. You were able to avoid being seen by the guards. Yeah, so every once in a while, the AI gets a little bit unresponsive to your suggestions. Every once in a while. Normally, it's really, really good. But every once in a while, it's like, you're not doing what we should be doing. For clarity, one of the first runs I ever did of this on stream, I was getting my friend to help direct, and so we were like raiding a store in a zombie apocalypse. There were two humans there that were scavenging We attacked one. Oh, sure thing. Take care, Simon. Yeah, this game is insane. This is one of those games that I think should blow up huge. The only thing holding it back, I think, is that people will skip it because they see the text adventure and think it's like an old school game, not like a really advanced, interesting thing. Seagabot says, damn it, Cletus. Sometimes being sneaky has benefits, you know? You don't have to punch through everything. Shut up, Cletus says. Just keep going forward. As you get closer to the center of the wall, you see that the walkway is completely deserted. I wonder what the wall was built to keep out. The wall surrounding the city. Let's see. Seawat says, futuristic city of Zale, my ass. This place is everything but futuristic. Cletus walks forward as you follow him with Sneaky. These markets are just like the ones in my village. Ketless says. They're huge though. Okay, let's fix this. The AI even learns to typo. What if there's no AI and just someone is typing on the other side, trying to keep up with us? The wall surrounding the city was built to protect the city from... That's true, it could. It could be. From outside threats. Oh, that's boring. And however, it also functions as a barrier to the interior of the city. Let's head to the gate, you say. As you walk forward, you hear a faint ringing sound. You guys hear that? Sneaky says. Yeah, I hear it, Cletus says. We gotta figure out who this other person with us is. I don't like having an ambiguous companion. Seagabot sees something from the direction which the ringing sound is coming from. Hey guys, there's a gate open, he says. You stop and turn around, seeing that Cletus and Sneaky weren't paying attention. I'll go ahead and scout it out. I'm gonna say... Whispers to Sneaky Bot. Yo, what's that guy's name that's with us? I've known him too long. It's too embarrassing to ask at this point. I should have known by now. Sneaky! Sneaky Bot whispers back. No, not this again. It always does this with you, Sneaky Bot. It will be like Sneaky Bot and Sneaky are two separate characters. Sneaky Bot whispers back. Yeah, let's go check it out. You turn and see Cletus and Sneaky turn around to walk towards the gate. You quickly try to catch up with them. It always does that with you. I think it's because, I think sometimes we refer to you as Sneaky, and so it interprets it as a third person. But also, I think it's the fact that your name is not a real name, and so the AI doesn't associate it with, like, a traditional, like, proper pronoun or whatever. I think that's probably why. Because like I've been tempted to do like have names like Princess or whatever sometimes, but then I was like, oh shoot, the game might interpret that as the title Princess rather than a name or things like that. So I'm guessing it's something like that, but it is a recurring pattern. Okay. Sneaky trips and falls. Oh, okay. Tinkerbot says, I sure hope we we run into something soon. It's been one boring journey. You quickly catch up to Sneaky and Cletus. So you is now Sneaky Bot, I'm guessing. You peek your head around the corner and see a guard near the gate. There's one guard, you say. Two, actually. Okay. I'm going to... tackle a guard and shove him off. Oh, I should do tackles. Off of the massive wall. Tackles a guard and shoves him off the massive... Oh, I should have done shoves. Ah, pluralization gets confusing in multiplayer compared when you're used to single player. You quickly pull Cletus back. What the hell are you doing? I was going to kill the guard, he says. Let me handle this. I'm the quiet one. You walk over to the guard and sneak up behind him. Okay, what do you do, Sneaky? Not letting me be epic. You grab him, pull him close, and stab him through the neck. He gurgles as he dies, but not loudly enough to alert anyone else. You pull him into the shadow of the wall. Is that really necessary, Cletus says? Yes. What was necessary was for him to have not taken me by surprise. Now let's get going before anyone else notices a guard is missing. You continue forward. After a few minutes more, you arrive at the gate. So are we at a gate on top of a wall? Location is subjective. God, I wanted to shove that guy off the wall. The AI seems to really want stealth today. Just gonna check who is let's see. Are we gonna get through this gate? I'm leaving this to Sneaky. Yeah, so often when I'm playing multiplayer, it will say someone else is typing here. And so often when I see that, I just defer to someone else. So I avoid, like, hogging commands. Seagawad says, Cletus, listen. I'm going to take out the guards in front of the gate. You take out the ones that are in the watchtower. You can do it even if you don't use stealth, since the tower is quite high and no one can hear what's going on up there. Since you don't have a great weapon or anything to break the glass, you decide to shoot the lock off. You're going to shoot that? Cletus says, that's all kinds of stupid. Wait, what lock? Wait, what glass? Wait, what? Okay. Okay, yeah, let's re-roll. Let's re-roll. Okay, no one can hear what's going on up there. Okay, so we have two choices. Either got it, Cletus says, Sneaky slowly approaches the front gate as you choose your target. The guard in the watchtower is the only one who can see you, so you need to kill him quickly, or how do you know all this, Sneaky asks? Cletus told me. Okay, we're not doing that one. We're gonna do the first one. So sometimes it will do that to train. Okay. So I have the watchtower. I'm going to light the base of the... Oh, I have to do it in plural. Lights the base of the watchtower on fire, so the guards on the top are trapped in the inferno. This is like the worst stealth ever. Oh, I did lighted. Lighted. This begins, pelting the base of the tower with small fire bombs that explode on impact. The fire quickly spreads up to the guards, who begin to yell and scream as the flames engulf them. You see one of the guards jump off the tower into the courtyard to save himself. He's quickly cut down by the waiting regulators below. Empathy bot, you were nice to the guard. You gained no points. Apparently, setting them on fire in a watchtower so they could either burn up or jump to their death was too nice. According to Empathy bot, the most empathetic of all the AI, we should have been more brutal to this guard. Oh, Empathy bot, you are a psychopath. Sneaky bot face palms so hard he fucking cries. Why the hell did you throw firebombs at the guards? They'll see us now, Cletus says. We're gonna say Sneaky bot says. You said I didn't have to be sneaky. So my character is the aggressive, slightly dumb one, and Sneaky Bot is the Sneaky Bot. Yeah, but not that much. I thought we needed to kill the guards, Cletus says. I changed my mind after you started throwing bombs, Sneaky admits, but it's too late now. You continue forward, reaching the courtyard, just as the guards at the gate finish off the last of the tower guards. Wait. Why are we even killing guards? Didn't we just wanna move into the city? We need to distract the guards, Sneaky explains. Why didn't you just say that in the first place? I did, Sneaky says. The guards mill around the courtyard, wondering where their comrades went. You draw your sword. We have shifted into fantasy big time. And approach the distracted regulators. No, 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 Sneaky cries. So, I don't know why we're in a giant fantasy city and we're killing people randomly, actually. It just seemed like something to do, I guess. This story is so dumb. This is not one of our best. Sneaky Bot looks at the regulators in the courtyard and examines their appearance carefully. You immediately notice something very odd about the guards in the courtyard. Every single one of them has a bizarre longsword on his back, the pommel of which is a demonic grimacing head. We can save this though. We've saved worse stories before. I think maybe we went fantasy because of this epic music I'm playing. That's why. I've got to play the game that this music is from on stream. This is a fun game. Xanadu next. SneakyBot says, strange. Why do these guys use longswords? Aren't we in a futuristic times? I don't know. Longswords are typically used on your world, you admit. Whatever. They're heading this way, Sneaky says, running towards the guard. Okay. I'm going to grabs one of the guards as a human shield. Are we done this playlist, or are we just at a track? Oh, yes, I'm still here. Keep playing. Duck! Cletus cries, pulling one of the guards in front of him. The other three slash their blades at the guard, cutting his armor and flesh until he falls dead to the ground. They continue towards you, raising their swords. Time to die, outlaw scum, one of them says. You are fighting monsters. Fighting is hard. You gain 3 points. Well, that human shield didn't work like a shield, but at least they killed him. Turns out they don't really care about human shields. I could grab another one as a human shield and see how many times they do that. Sneaky fires a burst of rounds from his rifle, hitting one in the chest. The others swing, but Cletus uses the dead body as a shield, taking only a glancing blow in the shoulder. Swings the corpse at a wait, what are they calling these guys? At a regulator. Let's do this. We're gonna use the corpse as a weapon. Cletus drops the corpse and swings it at the nearest guard, hitting him in the head, knocking him to the ground. Come on, we gotta get to the gate, you say, continuing towards it. Holy, I just realized. These are regulars, Sneaky says. Yeah, what of it? I hit enter again because I need to know what the deal with these regulators are. They're trained killers. We're dead men. You were dead the moment you took your first job, you say, running towards the gate. Sneaky, go for the eye, you cry as Sneaky fires at one of the guards. He ducks. And we keep running for the gate. So, there is a reality, though, about this situation. There's a possibility. SneakyBot says, we need to get out of here. You just keep staying here, they'll only keep coming. All right, you say, grabbing Sneaky's hand. Sneaky grabs your hand and begins running, pulling you along as you enter the city. So SneakyBot is holding Sneaky's hand. Looks at the bond between SneakyBot and Sneaky with jealousy. Oh, I think I actually messed up. I'm gonna undo. Yeah, I don't think it was doing that. All right, you say. Yeah, I'm not sure actually who's talking there. Because you has changed. You is no longer Sneaky. So this might be Cletus grabbing Sneaky Bot's hand. Who knows? Who knows? So we're seeing all this fantasy stuff. The reality is we might still be hooked in the mainframe. And this might just be stuff they're letting us see. Like we're in the Matrix or something. But simulation is an easy exit in these stories. So... Finally, we got into the city. Yeah, this is it, you admit. The city is just as bustling as it was outside the city. You keep running, forcing Sneaky to keep up. What now? Do we look for work or something? Is it just that easy? Yes, you say. I suggest... Sorry, 1 second. Okay, I'm back. What now? Do we look for work or something? Yes, you say. I suggest we go to the tavern, Sneaky says. Fine, you say. You walk down the road, passing by several slaves carrying bales of hay. After about 10 minutes, you come to a giant tavern with a huge oak door and large windows leading to the tavern itself. Yeah, tavern is a word that you don't often hear in cyberpunk stories. Approaches the barkeep. You approach the barkeep, a large bald man with muscles that would put a slayer to shame. What's your name? The barman asks. Cletus. You got any proof? The barman asks, looking at you and Sneaky. You can call me what you want. What I need is some money and a place to stay. Got any work? Well, you look like an outlaw. You can stay here as long as you keep to yourself, and we don't need any trouble. I'll be quiet, Cletus says. We got no work for you, the barman says. Fine, I'll be quiet. Well, looks like we got a place to stay. Seagabot browses the quest board inside the tavern. You browse the quest board on the tavern's wall. You find a few jobs that might be useful. Hey. Oh. There's an easy one for a quick kill on the far side of the city, probably through the sewers. Sewer level? We should take that quest. I know a quick way to solve it. I agree. We can go through the sewers if we need to. There's also one asking for people to help clear out a Grovoth infestation. We go through the sewers if we need to, Sneaky says. Well. Okay. Here's my idea. Pours poison directly... Oh, okay. But first we need weapons. You grab your weapon, and Sneaky does the same. You walk over to the back of the tavern to a small room. Pours poison directly into the sewers. And says, there. That probably killed him. Right? Job done. Let's get our money. You open the hatch and drop through it. It's a straight drop of about 10 feet into the sewers. You land in about 2 or 3 feet of water. No, we jumped into the poison water. I don't think it counted as me poisoning. Yes, perfect. Sneaky smiles. You fell into the sewers. You gain 1 point. Okay, I guess it ignored my my poison idea. I was just gonna be like, I poisoned it. He's probably dead, right? We're done. Let's get money. Good thing we're cyborgs. Poison ain't gonna do shit. How do you know, you ask? I'm a doctor. Ah. You begin trudging through the sewers, heading towards the direction of the target. I wonder what this guy did to... I wonder what the target looks like. A large man in a red robe. I saw that. Larger than life, huh? Sneaky says. I assume so if he's a wizard. I wonder what the guy did to get a hit on his head. He's in a sewer. So he's probably... Ah, screw this. This is lame. I'm not gonna do that. It's true, Doctor from Frostpunk. The wizard is apparently a doctor from Frostpunk. That's surprising. I agree. You begin to walk around the sewers, looking around for the wizard. You seem to have found a main sewer drain leading straight into the city center. I thought you said the wizard was in an abandoned area, Sneaky asks. He is. It branches out, you reply. The alchemist from Frostpunk. The apothecary from Frostpunk. There we go. Sewers are like a goddamn maze. You start to wonder how you've never walked down these sewers before, despite having lived in the academy for years. You've come to... Okay, let's re-roll. I know a way through them, you say. You begin to walk through the sewers as they twist and turn. You take several turns through the maze, and you find yourself lost. The others seem just as confused. We're lost, Sneaky admits. Yep, you reply. Okay, I'm going to... Calls out to the... Okay, I'm going to say... Yells out to the target. Hello, wizard guy. Are you in here? Okay, maybe this will help us find him. You yell through the tunnels, but the closest thing you get is an echo. You pause for a minute, waiting to hear a response. Hello? A voice responds. We found the wizard, you say. You follow the voice and quickly come among across a man in a red robe with long blonde hair and a thick beard. Well, that's easy. I may have gotten rid of the elements of surprise, but, you know, what else is new? I'm gonna let Sneaky handle this one. I've already ruined the elements of surprise. Maybe we can pretend to be his friend and then kill him. Maybe we could become his friend. Who knows? But I'd probably rather live in the tavern than the sewer. Oh, there. I know this is strange since we just met, but can I ask you one thing? What'd you do to get your face on that bounty board? You walk up to the wizard, keeping an eye on your surroundings. We'll hit enter. I was framed, the wizard says. Ah, okay, you reply. You notice a large, dried tear under one of his eyes. It was the only way to save my daughter. The wizard pauses and begins sobbing. Says, now. It'll be okay. And then stabs the wizard. You walk forward and stab the wizard, killing him instantly. His body falls to the ground as you hear footsteps approaching. We got company, you say. Cletus begins shooting at the figures who are running at you. You raise your hands to cast a flame blast, but Cletus shoots yours off. What the hell? There we go. Killing him instantly, you hear footsteps approaching. We got company, you say. The wizard begins shooting at the figures. We're running at you. You raise your hands to cast a flame blast. Okay. Cletus, these guys are here to steal our bounty. And they deserve what's coming to them. You reply. Cletus smirks. Nice. Performs his secret move. Cletus pulls out a large knife and begins laughing. You like my knife? Cletus asks. Cletus swings his knife around, slicing open the first man's stomach. He quickly grabs the man's rifle and shoots the other one. Some people just need to be put down, he says with a grin. Oh, geez, that turned dark. So that's my secret move, is stabbing someone with a knife. I didn't even say knife to meet you. What is this? Sneakybot summons skeletons to fight the remaining opponents. I like how we're supposed to be cyborg slaves, and now we're just like summoners and shit. We're just like, I have a bunch of fire bombs. You raise your hands, letting the energy of death flow through you. You let out a powerful but silent scream as hundreds of bones shoot out of the ground, killing all of your opponents instantly. Perfect. Let's get paid, I guess. Oh, yeah. You walk forward, collecting guns and knives from the corpses. We need to take their guns, you say. I know a guy who can get us good money for these. Guns would probably do very well in fantasy times, yes. You begin unless magic is a thing, in which case it's kind of a lateral move, probably. You begin loading up your pack with weapons and strap a few to your back. Cletus and Sneaky follow suit. Now let's go. Sneaky Bot says, wait, we need to get the wizard's body to verify the bounty rewards. Good idea, you reply. The three of you begin walking, and soon you come across the body of the wizard. I'm wondering how dark I should go right now. I had an idea that would be kind of dark, but maybe it's a bit too far. Sneakybot says, man, I feel bad for this guy's daughter. I'll say, you reply. Let's make sure he's dead and grab his bag. Cletus enters the building and looks around. Let's just delete that last line. Is that the line you want us to type, Doctor? Oh, we don't want to play this song. This song is like weird and poppy. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Cuts off the wizard's face for proof. Okay, fine. We take the whole body. Do we wash it first, Sneaky asks? Yeah, wash it in this. Okay. Nah, you reply. The people in the town will know what happened. You reach town a few hours later, walking to the sheriff's office. The sheriff looks up from the desk. Hello there. We're apparently now in the Wild West. We're here to collect on the bounty. The sheriff looks at the three of you, and he pulls out a form. He fills it out and slides it into a folder. He hands it to an intern, who runs out of the room. Wait here, please, he asks. All right, you wait for a few minutes before someone arrives and gives the sheriff a folder. All right. By the way, Doctor from Frostpunk, how are you doing today? Alright, he says. It seems you three killed 23 men, including the notorious Alberto. We did, you reply. You each receive $8,250, he says. You nod, as the sheriff hands you a large sum of money. Whoa! This makes us two of... Okay, that works too. We're rich, you say. Let's go get something to eat. The three of you leave the sheriff's office and begin walking to a local cafe. Do we split it or something? I want a cannoli. You should each get our own thing, you say. Fine, Sneaky says. Sneaky over there wants to share a banana split or something. You walk up to the counter and order 3 cups of coffee. You hand one to each member of your group and then take a sip of yours. So, now what, you ask? Sneakybot says, You guys can take a bigger share of the money. I only need around 2,000 or so. I'll say, Sneaky says. What's the plan exactly? The plan is to relax and eat some pastries. It sounds relaxing, Cletus says. Wow, you just avoided something. I was about to turn to Sneaky Bot and say, you know it's worth more than $8,000? 12,000 or something like that, or like you know, like split it 2 ways instead of 3 and kill the third person. But this works too. I think I'll have another pastry. You sit in the cafe drinking coffee for a few hours. Eventually you finish your coffee. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, the moral of the story is, this is a happy ending. Crime doesn't pay unless you're the one writing the story. Okay. After getting rich, Sneaky Bot took the cash and bought a house, while Cletus did the same. You took your share of the money and went on a world tour, visiting dozens of countries and spending all the money. Okay, that sounds good. After the wizard's death, his daughter inherited his fortune and got herself a huge mansion. Now you live in a mansion with thousands of dollars worth of furniture and have dozens of servants, and eat the finest foods. The only problem is that the 3 of you who spent all your time on the island are gone now. But that's what servants are for, right? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Meanwhile, the doctor from Frostpunk. Oh, not this song. We don't want this song. You know what? Let's just switch over to this. Meanwhile, the doctor from Frostpunk was killed by the remaining 2 players who spent all their time arguing and didn't progress very far into the story. Dang it, AI is giving us some okay. Elsewhere, Jumbler what's Jumbler doing in this reality? Jumbler the Mad Wizard got into an argument with Mr. John the Breaker and has been banned for life from the server. You have a good feeling about this new world, and you can't wait to see what happens next. So Jumbler, you're a Mad Wizard. Okay, so I think that calls it for this. So normally we would do another couple of runs, but I have some plans with the family today, so I think we're actually going to cut this short. So let's see, is there someone that we should raid? There's someone that we raided yet. Oh, how about this? Here's a person we've never raided. So thanks everyone for hanging out. Just so you guys know, we do have I have a Twitter, I have a Discord where we plan these multiplayer sessions and build a community. If you're a streamer, you're welcome to self-promote there. I also upload all the VODs to a YouTube channel. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Jumbler. It was a pleasure seeing you. Sneaky Boy, thanks a lot for playing. It was a lot of fun. Nice seeing you all. I hope you have a great day. Let's do a raid on Wayward Gear. Okay, am I doing this correctly? Let's check this out. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you all have a great weekend. Let's go.